I heard you had an interesting afternoon yesterday.
Day before yesterday. Uh, but yeah, I actually responded to my first homicide. Um, it was a very surreal situation. We talk a lot about what our jobs as security guards here in Portland, the difference between a lot of maybe Midwestern or Southern states. Here in Oregon, we're tasked with so much, and that's why we put so much focus into our training, into education. But yesterday, or rather the day before, dealing with that homicide, first time that I've ever responded to something like that. Now, working in Portland, I have seen multiple overdose deaths. I've witnessed, you know, paramedics, firemen working really hard to revive people, and unfortunately they expire. But I've never been in a situation where I was the one that got the call that, hey, there's a situation, we need you to respond to it, and then being that first responder on the scene. So much is talked about with first responders, law enforcement, paramedics, firemen, nurses. We thank our first responders, so much respect for our first responders. And unfortunately, security is never a part of that conversation in terms of first responders. But I can tell you guys from firsthand experience, a very traumatic experience that I went through just a couple of days ago. I was the first person there. I was the first person there to find this person that had been shot in the head. I was the first person there to clear that area and to secure that area. The first person to reach out to law enforcement, the first person to reach out to the corporation where I was stationed. I was the person giving the information to that corporate manager, that corporate security manager. I'm the first person there and the only person there that can relay that information. So I think that, we are truly, we're truly talking about levels to this game. And if you're going to do this as a profession, you're going to do this as a career, and you're not trying to be in that run-of-the-mill, sit behind the desk security industry. If you're doing the kind of work that I'm doing and many of the officers here in Portland are doing, it's 180 degrees different than what your narrative around security is. And you have to be ready and you have to be capable of handling things like this. So it was a very eye-opening experience. I've had this YouTube channel for 2 years where we're developing this platform here with the Security Guard Training Academy. But, this was my first experience, and it was really traumatizing. I'm not going to lie. It's been a rough couple of days. So, but it's the reality of what we do. It's the reality of what we do.